And welcome to the casting table for the Royal Sea Cup. My name is Zero, this is the Hound, and we will be watching two Taiwanese teams fight it out against each other on the map of Haven. This is going to be NTER facing up against AHQ on NTER's map pick. This is going to be on Haven, while AHQ will start off on defense. So both of these teams, they are playing in one of the the closest group we had so far throughout this entire tournament. They are all at 1-1 scorelines. Everyone has tied up against everyone so far.
Yeah, and looking forward to seeing how some of these teams are going to be playing against one another. Looking at AHQ Esports Club, just a little bit to tell you guys here, both of them, both of these teams, Taiwanese teams, so there's definitely going to be a little bit of rivalry between themselves to see who is going to come out on top of the groups. We do see that they are, for AHQ, is the Cyber Games Arena Pacific Open first place winner. They are the Rise of Legion 2020, I think in July, yes. First place winner as well. As for NTER, however, they are the top team from Hong Kong and Taiwan. They won the qualifier out. So this is going to be very interesting indeed, whether AHQ, who has been invited here, or whether NTER has fought here let's see who belongs and who is the top team from Taiwan. Because I still think that either way, there's still quite a bit of precursor to get behind to determine who's going to be going forward. But this little victory over either team will definitely be like, okay, we're the best in Taiwan, we beat each other, so it's definitely going to be something to take into consideration. So when it comes to Haven, that's going to get picked up from the side of NTER. What are you looking forward to, Zero?
I'm looking for really aggressive picks. You know, these are two Taiwanese teams. They know, they are familiar with each other's playstyle in general, but I'm looking for really aggressive picks. They've played against Southeast Asian teams the whole day, and hopefully they have learned some of the benefits or just even the pace of what playing aggressive can bring forth to you.
Alright, so let's take a look at how these teams are going to go off. EO will be able to take down Sen Hoi Chick, very nicely done with a tap of the Ghost to the Dome. Popoman will be able to take the Arbiter, as we do see a 1-for-1 casualty count here for both these teams. Spike has been planted, and it seems that it's going to be the retake members of AHQ.
Yeah, they have brought very similar lineups here, well, with the only exception of the Breach instead of the Raze for both sides. So Ayo trying to get some shots, and he connects both on towards Popoman as well as A6. So that leaves only one more member alive, and Ayo is gonna get that down as well, as Ayo gets a 4-kill. AHQ able to retake the site, and NTER will fall behind 1 point in the first round.
Very nicely done here from AHQ to take away the tempo from NTER. A very nice retake phase that came from AHQ. NTER, however, they were very wise to actually push in towards A, and I do think that that was something of a very good choice here. Let's take a look at the replay here. Very good recon arrow that comes out from Rant, if I'm not mistaken. EO right there with the double, getting 3 all together in terms of total kills for the round. EO definitely going to be enjoying it, and for the final kill.
Yeah, he's going to be able to save up money, and the entire squad of AHQ actually did not buy. There was only 2 Spectres being bought there for the side of AHQ. They want to save for a better economy later on, and this is something we've been seeing develop throughout the entire tournament. People are not fully committing to the anti-eco round, and instead they are just buying maybe 2, maybe 3 Spectres and then saving a little bit more. But the entry coming from Popoman, getting themselves into a site, they might be able to plant here, and that is all that they can ask for right now.
Alright, so we're going to be going for a very big plant here from the side of Mao. You see some shots there coming in. Oh, Mao being able to take down Siu. Some good stuff here being shown from Arbiter as well. Oh my god, Khan will be able to take down Amenhola. Very nicely done. Immediately AHQ goes for the defuse.
Yeah, still a pretty clean round coming from the side of AHQ. Because they didn't fully buy on everyone, they can actually just upgrade as well as walk away with whatever Spectres they had in the last round. So that is a very economical decision made, and it has paid off. Milk will be able to pick up the operator on the 3rd round.
Well, nicely done here, coming in from AHQ. Full buys all across the board with an operator onto Milk. That's not going to be a good one for NTER. Got to be very wary for some of these long sidelines that members of AHQ are going to be holding on with a very strong advantage. Not to say very strong, excuse me, let me rephrase that. With a slightly small advantage towards attackers, considering that there are going to be 3 sites
Yep.
for them to attack, and the choices for the side of NTER are definitely high. What does AHQ have to be wary of when NTER decides to push onto some of these certain sites?
It's especially they have to be really be careful of when they go full on 5-man, because right now they don't have all rifles. There's a couple of specters thrown in towards the mix for the side of AHQ, so retaking, especially with an operator, is especially hard. And if it's the A site, the operator cannot. There's no clear angle for the operator to be really useful, but we do see Milk trying to find an angle right away before they even engage towards the site. But for NTER, they can just back off right now. They haven't fully committed towards the site, just baiting some utilities for now. But other than that, they don't have control on any other side of the map. So this is most likely going to be an A push.
Very nicely done here, coming in from the side of AHQ to slow down the push that's coming in from NTER. But I think they are going to be heavily committed towards it. We do see 2 members, 1 more member for the side of AHQ going to be rotating. It seems like full rotate here onto A, as members of NTER now are going to commit. We do see it's going to be a 3 versus 4 with an advantage towards NTER as the spike has been planted. Now the time is going to turn the tables here, as the pressure is going to mount for the side of AHQ to retake.
A6 gets a nice first kill, and he's trying to get another, but looks like they're gonna go for a save here. 4 versus 2, a very tough call, especially with an operator. The A side is the most difficult site to retake with an operator, so looks like Milk might back off. He tries to go for a kill, gets tagged a little bit. He's gonna think twice and get the hell out of there.
Well, bugging out is definitely going to be on the idea. Milk maybe might consider taking some of these exit frags. However, we do see that members of NTER are going to be going out, are going to be getting out from a long, so that's going to minimize whatever attempts to exit frag coming in from AHQ. Will be able to save off at least 2 weapons here for the side of Milk as well as Rainy, so that's not going to be too detrimental towards their economy, their personal economy, however. But nothing too much in terms of shambles here, but it's really important for members of AHQ to win this next round.
Yeah, definitely. This is their last buy round if they lose once again, so this is very important for them to win. Same for NTER. If they lose this round, their economy goes into nearly 0 once again. So this is going to be one of the earlier swing rounds that we do see happen, just because of the amount of kills they got earlier on, as well as the results. So NTER as well as AHQ, they are both really needing to win this next round.
Alright, let's take a look at how Arbiter's going to go with the shorty. No, Menhola comes out and decides to give him a bit of a peek onto Arbiter. Very unfortunate here. Arbiter should have been a little bit closer, but we do see the Bucky here onto Khan, as he's going to be holding on towards this corner of A side near boxes.
Yeah, but the rotations have already come in. They are going towards C. Breach is already there, hoping to set up, but everyone else is a little bit far behind. Rainy, he has to buy enough time. He does have the fault line, which was designed to buy time towards this long position, and he's gonna use it. Tries to maybe slow things down, gets 1, maybe gets a 2nd. He sees the jet, but Purple Man will be too fast for him, gets the kill. That's gonna be a C side opened up as Senhoa gets a kill onto his IO, and the operator is just arriving onto his C.
Very similar playstyles here being adopted from both NTER as well as AHQ. Very much aggressive indeed, and a focus towards retakes here is going to be towards AHQ. However, with the numbers not in their favor, and maybe AHQ has to be very wary of the lurk that could be coming from the Omen on NTER here. They have to be careful that they don't get stabbed in the back and bleed funds, considering that winning at this juncture is going to be very important for AHQ to basically maintain that economy. I do believe that this could be the way NTER swings it around for themselves.
Yeah, definitely. It's only saving the operator and a shot and a Bucky, which isn't the best gun right now, but still, they still is able to save the operator, so maybe Milk can get something done with this gun. But other than that, HQ, oh, they lose Kant as well, so Kant will not have a will lose the Bucky, but will be able to upgrade to a better rifle. He's going to be using the Phantom, the rest of his teammates as well. They're going to have a full buy against full buy round once again.
Okay, so let's see how this is going to be developing here for AHQ. Maybe they may have to consider quicker rotations here, and at least consider the fact that members of NTER right now, I don't think that they are going to be playing it as deceptively as some of the other teams. They may actually consider a fake and a rotate. However, we do see that members of NTER are quite adamant at taking A side.
Yeah, they really like this sewer as well as long control. To force rotations, and they do have it right now. Spotted out there is Milk. The pain shells will come out, maybe try and force him out, but Hunter's Fury as well. He's taking so much damage, and he's gonna fall. A6 will get the kill on Kant as well as Milk. So that's gonna be the A side opened up there. Popoman gets a headshot, gets a kill onto his Arbiter as well. So that's the A side completely opened up. But where is the Spike? The Spike is all the way still in base.
Oh my goodness, this is going to be very interesting. So it does go to show that members of NTER here did do a little bit of a mistake here by dropping back that spike. However, they're not going to be punished from it, mainly because members of AHQ, they were able to get those trades off and are able to maintain all 5 members. So this could be most likely another safe round for AHQ, and we might see a full-on eco on the next round for the side of AHQ.
Ayo sneaking in towards heaven, hopefully trying to get a few exit kills. Well, the breach has already given up here in terms of this round. Just hoping to save his gun. Ayo just gonna double back a little bit, maybe wait for the exact timing to get a headshot or two on the exit, but he's gonna back off. Or is he going for it? He might get one if the timing is right. They're heading for a shot. He has to peek now. No, A6 a little bit too accurate for him, and Ayo will fall as well. They almost lost every single gun. It's only the breach holding on for his Vandal, if I remember correctly. But that's all they have to play with for the next round.
Then that's all she wrote here for AHQ, as NTER will be able to go ahead and
he falls as well.
Just as the round closes, Rainy has been taken down. Not the best turn of events here. We might actually see quite an interesting turn of events, a bit of a swing here in terms of the economy for members of NTER, as we do see 8,000 plus credits for Senhochik Mao as well as Amin Hola, and 5,000 plus credits for A6 as well as the final member for NTER. As we do see an AHQ, it is going to be another A hold here, as we do see they might actually push in, considering that oh my goodness, A6 will be able to take down one with the boom, as we do see that more and more members now are going to be trying to push out. Mao gets flashed, has to be very wary here. A6 has been able to take down Milk. A little bit of protein for him before he goes forward. 2 for 5 here. Very good stuff being shown from Amin Hola to take down Kant. The follow-up was good for NTER here. One last surviving member on EO, and the Sheriff is in town.
Hopefully he's able to get a kill on towards this Cypher, but no, Amin Hola holding the angle, able to finish him off, and that's going to be a flawless round going towards the way of NTER, and they are going to be rolling in money. Look at that, 8,000, 9,000 on almost every single player, and they will have the next few rounds in the bag, even though they might be able to just rebuy every single round up to the half.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel that members of A6 excuse me for misspeaking, NTER are actually looking forward to, because we do see that compared to AHQ, the vast difference between them and AHQ is very, very huge in terms of the credits. And I think that AHQ has got to be very decisive and very frank with how they want to be approaching some of these fights. Arbiter will be able to take down 2 into Popowan as well as Amin Hola. But we do see Rainy right now going to be holding on to C. Don't know whether or not there's going to be a counter rotate here. 2 members down for the count for the side of NTER, as there may be a counter rotate. Not going to be any focus towards B, however, most members are going to be pretty much adamant of either taking A or C, but judging from the past few rounds, it has mostly been A for the most part for NTER.
Yep, it has been. Arbiter might fall here, taking so much damage from the pain shells, but barely surviving. 15 HP left. He got the early 2 kills. It was fantastic, but he has earned a well-deserved break. So they are going to actually back off from the sewers as well as A long, and they might rethink their plan of attack here with only 3 members remaining from the side of NTER. They have lost their jet, so they have to rely
30
on this
seconds
race
left.
to open things up. 3 versus 5 situation, not the easiest from the side of Ender, but definitely not impossible as well.
Definitely not impossible indeed here. As we're going to be watching from the side of AHQ, they're going to, it's going to be a 3-man rush on to a C side
10
here.
seconds
As
left.
10 more seconds left on the clock. There's going to be a definite sense of urgency. Hunter's Fury there going off, and Kai will be able to take them out just as he plants it. Nicely done. The spike has gone down to the ground, but we shall see. Members of AHQ right now
One
definitely
enemy
have the
remaining.
tempo as well as the advantage in round number 7. Another nice little tap there coming in from Senhochik, but it's going to be Milk that tells him to get his proteins in, and another win for the side of AHQ, evening out the score. Excuse me, closing out round number 7 in their favor.
Yeah, definitely this round was courtesy of Arbiter with his early 2 kills, actually stopping the tempo from NTER heading towards A. So they managed to claw themselves back, closing out the gap. They are only 1 round away from each other, but Senhoachik is going to pick up the Operator for the side of AHQ. They don't really have the economy to go for the Operator at the moment, but once Milk has that in his hands, he can be quite deadly.
He can be quite deadly indeed, and when we look at it from this perspective here, coming into this buy phase for round number 8, what are some of the changes that AHQ that NTER has to be wary of here? Because AHQ has been contesting. Oh, but wait, before I complete that, it seems that there's going to be a big change here, an immediate push on to C, and it seems that members of AHQ have been caught with their pants down because the Cypher has been taken off of the count here, as we do see the quick rotations coming in onto Garage as well as C-Link, and this is going to be a fantastic turn of events for the side of NTER here. Another way for them to actually get the lead and try to get 2 rounds ahead of AHQ.
Yeah, this retake is going to be really hard because the post-plant positions are perfect here, but Khan able to get a kill onto his Amenhola to start. He's spraying through the dark cover. He's getting some damage done, but not enough as the Operator shots are coming in. Milk trying to defuse through the smoke. He's going to take some shots, and he's actually going to stick the defuse. They don't know they're sticking the defuse, and A6 Milk gets a double as well, but AHQ almost loses all members. Just can't left with 27 HP, but AHQ in the end did manage to win the round just by the amount of smokes through off towards the long corridor, and AHQ able to even things out in terms of the score.
I think that's the biggest problem here when it comes to planting for C long, because whenever there's going to be smokes that gets dropped from the defender's side to try to go for the retake, it actually denies quite a bit. And with the fact that NTER did not have the Hunter's Fury, or they weren't able to actually throw in a paint shells, is definitely something of not to say it's a bad decision coming in from NTER, but it's rather unfortunate that they weren't able to follow up and try to get it and try to get off a kill onto AHQ. However, that is going to be in the past as we head into round number 9. We do see Amenhola will be taking down 1 trade has been completed, but it's going to be a double and doesn't look good for the side of NTER here. Oh my goodness! Milk with the 3rd one, as A6 will be able to take him down for the count here, as we do see 3v2. Rainy as well as the rest of the gang of AHQ still with 3 members, as Mao and his last surviving member of NTER are going to be pushing, maybe pushing into A, but they got to be very wary though, because there is going to be 1 member of AHQ in heaven as well as A-Link.
The peak almost gets Ayo. Ayo gets away in time. Mao has to back off. The spike is still not inside the site as of yet, so they're gonna clear out the site. The race is gonna fall. Rainy will be the one in charge of that, and Mao with an inch of his health, 8 HP left. He's not gonna be getting anything done, and Ayo with the Rando will be able to get the kill, and they're going to reward Milk for his fantastic 3 kill with an Operator for sure.
Very nicely done here, coming in from AHQ, stealing the lead away from NTER, but is not that far behind here, as NTER is still relatively even across the board here, as we do see operators now being picked up from both sides. We did see that in the previous round as well. Hopefully Senhochik will be able to utilize it well in this round. Milk has been quite devastating with the operator, has had varying degrees of success, and we do hope to see that considering that the C push wasn't as fruitful for members of NTER compared to AHQ. I do believe that that could be a very, how to say, it would hamper.
Dissuade.
Yeah, it would dissuade the AHQ, excuse me, NTER from actually pushing on to C.
Yeah, Arbiter playing very aggressively outside of A long here. He knows that there is a couple of members, doesn't know the exact number. So Amenhola might be flashing out and they're gonna try and flush him out of this corner. He is trying to, the counter paranoia does help a little bit. As was the dark cover, he spawns the Jet, he gets the kill, but the Boombot does so much damage. Mao will be able to finish him off though with the headshot, and Senho actually gets a kill on Tourist Milk. They know A is rather undermanned right now, but looks like AHQ will not be rewarded as NTER will fall back. They will pull off the brakes, they will go towards another site because they know that AHQ might have rotated everyone and it's a very dangerous site to push into. They rather take C, which is completely left undefended at the moment.
Right, so we're going to be seeing how NTER now is going to be pushing on to C. Very good exchange here, but oh my goodness, EO took way too long to take down Amenhola, but Saint Hochik will be able to take down EO relatively quickly here. Kant will be able to take down A6, and here we go. The fault line is going to be good. Will be able to stun. No, it won't, as Kant will be able to take down Saint Hochik. Mao takes down Kant in return, and there it goes. A boom shakalaka onto NTER as we complete this round. Diffuse is going to come in, and it's going to be another round for AHQ, getting the lead by 2 rounds.
Very close round for them. In fact, it was NTER that had the numbers advantage throughout, but the retake from AHQ just came way too fast. They didn't expect the retakers to be already there when they planted the spike, so they weren't able to get in those nice post plant positions, and AHQ able to steal that away from NTER, and there are now 6 on the board right now for the defender side.
Okay, now let's take a look at how members of AHQ, excuse me, now how members of NTER are going to be changing it up. I'm quite surprised that there isn't going to be any focus onto mid side here from members of NTER. They've literally been
A or C.
ignoring mid side, and I feel that that option to actually ignore mid is definitely going to be an undoing for NTER here if they don't even consider it, or at least try to pull some kind of deception here towards members of AHQ. However, we do see a little bit of hope here for members of AHQ, excuse me, for members of NTER, as we do see Smoke's going to go up onto Heaven as well as C-Link, A-Link, excuse me, as we do see, oh god, on to Amenhola. Very unfortunate here, as it is going to be the first casualty of this round for members of NTER. We do see now 4 versus 3. Spike has been planted a little bit too late with the fault line though for the side of AHQ, but we do see another one is going to go down. Mao onto Khan, as we do see another recall ball comes out. A6 will take down a Rainy as well. One surviving member. Will he stay or will he go? And most likely he will go.
Yep, Io doesn't have the members to back him up right now, so he will most likely save. He does have Neuro Theft, but it is useless to use right now. But you are right, they have completely forgotten that Haven is a 3-side map and has just been going to either A or C so far. They think B maybe is just a storage place for stuff like this, but you know, AHQ, they lose this round, and 6-5 is a certainty. Will it be a 6-6? As both sides should have enough money to continue buying towards the next round, but Ayo barely surviving with his life here.
I think the reason why some teams on the attacking side here doesn't want to go into mid is considering how open it is compared to C and A and the amount of resources that they have to spend. But considering that there is quite a high number of tight corners and tight angles here, it could actually be beneficial. However, very situational if you want to be taking B. Why? Because you definitely need the numbers advantage. If you have the numbers advantage, it makes retakes a lot harder compared to being able to... Actually, we're going to make retakes harder for AHQ. However, when we look at it this way, it is going to be an either A or C thus far, not even going to be a single B push. We do see some smokes there being dropped onto mid window from members of AHQ. Nothing much in consideration. Even members of AHQ are starting to consider this and recognize this. They immediately go 3-man onto A or 2-man onto C.
Yeah, then the nice Owl Room scouted 5 people there, but the Hunter's Fury not really able to connect on towards anyone. They're actually just tickling people right now. Both sides, they have used their Sova's ultimates, and they are going to reset a little bit right now, waiting for a little bit more information of how many people are in towards the A side. This shock dart, I haven't seen this placement before. It's actually targeted. Not sure where it was targeted actually. Might have missed completely because no one took any damage. So it looks like AHQ still have no idea where everyone is. There is no info on the enemy except that they were last seen towards A, and NTER might surprise them with a full 5-man push here towards B.
And that's the thing, I feel like no, it's not gonna be B at all. Zero is gonna be a full-on push onto A. It seems that it's not gonna be the case. Spike carrier has been taken out for the count. Amenhola will be able to take down Milk as well. Very nicely done, as Khan will be able to take down 3 members here and 4. Mao and Amenhola, the last few victors to end the round before the swap. As we're going to be switching sides here. AHQ now on the attack with NTER on the defense. Okay, what would you like to see differently here from AHQ now that they're on the attack?
Being Taiwanese, what we've seen in their match against Brand Esports, they didn't really play aggressive. They were very passive, waiting for information, waiting for picks before going into their sites. But against a fellow countryman playing in the same region, most likely in the same style, I want them to play fast, play aggressive, not wait for information, not wait for picks, and just go ham on towards the side. That will definitely throw NTER, make NTER panic for a bit. You know, they are not playing a style that we are used to seeing them play, and that might just throw them a little bit off.
Well, definitely going to consider taking a bit of a tempo breaker here for members of AHQ. AHQ right now during the pistol round may actually be doing the NTER special here as they enter into A. However, NTER is a little bit spread out. 3 men onto A, 1 onto B, and 1 onto C. And not going to see anything much here. Maybe a push onto mid, onto double doors could be a thing. They are going to be smoking out garage as well as ceiling. So it is maybe most likely going to be a C rush. Very nicely done. The cloud in to the tailwind for the Jet. It's not going to be enough. Kant will be able to take down 1. Milk takes down another one as well. Milk takes down 2 onto A6. We do see a 4v2 with the advantage onto AHQ. And oh, Mao onto Milk while Milk was looking the other way.
Yep, still this post plan is decent coming from the side of AHQ. NTER only has 2 players left remaining. Oh, Popoman gets a headshot on those Kant. They have to deal with this Sova as soon as possible. No, Mao gets a kill before he gets traded off there. So 1 versus 1, definitely doable for Popoman. He's trying to stick the defuse. He's sticking it. Oh, but he just gets it to half, and it's gonna be Ayo versus Popoman, and Ayo will be the one to win that fight. Very close, but in the end, AHQ comes up on top very, very narrowly.
Very decisive coming in from members of AHQ over NTER. A slight little moment of fear there for AHQ as members of NTER were able to basically touch onto the defuse, started defuse animation. Luckily enough, AHQ recognized this, immediately went for it. A little bit of helter-skelter, however, but it was very close indeed between AHQ and NTER during that round.
Yeah, now a pistol round for the just a eco round from the side of NTER, while AHQ does have a couple of Spectres. They did buy 4 Spectres, so they are going to be a little bit more focused on winning this exact round than planning for the future. But that's alright, they are on the attacking side. They can afford having a little bit less utility, but Rainy will be able to strike first onto his Amenhola. That opens up the B side, but again, like you said, they somehow is maybe allergic towards the B side. And the Dow drone gets shot down. They didn't spot the shoddy player. Mao is very close, and they know actually where he is. Khan able to spam through the wall, gets a kill onto his Mao, and they're gonna enter into his NTER's A side. That's gonna be the A side completely open. Only 2 players left remaining. The Cypher is way too far, and the Raze is not going to even try.
Very big sprays that are coming in from AHQ to get as much space as they can, but it's not going to be enough as members of NTER. Excuse me, it's going to be enough as AHQ will be able to take control of A. Spike's going to be put down to the ground as 2 members of NTER right now may be in a very precarious position.
Yeah, they are. At least they can full buy next round, which is a saving grace for them. Round number 9, definitely not the end of the world. Yet in terms of score that AHQ has gotten. NTER has 5 so far, and if they are able to win the round after this round, they might find themselves in a more comfortable position. But Right now, 9 to 5, definitely AHQ in the driver's seat.
9 to 5 is going to be AHQ in the driver's seat. Perfectly said by U0. However, St. Hoichik will be taken down by Arbiter as the round closes. Very unfortunate for him, but we do see that it isn't going to be nothing much of punishment as we do observe a full buys here and an immediate operator onto Popoman 4Q.
Yeah.
Ooh, I kind of like this. But I like the recklessness that comes in from Popoman here. A little bit of a glass cannon.
Yeah.
So he's got to be careful in terms of making sure that that first shot connects.
Yeah, Popoman hasn't been playing really well so far. Only 4 kills to his name, and his gamble on his operator might not pay off. Oh, St. Hoichik though, his gamble on the spray does connect onto his IO. His location has been revealed, but looks like AHQ after that losing that player might slow down a little bit, back off and reconvene somewhere else. Maybe get some information, get some picks somewhere else. But that was a fantastic shot there from St. Hoichik.
All right, St. Hoichik opening up the round with AHQ in the casualty list, and it is going to be the Cypher that gets taken down. So considering that could be opening for a lurk, I would like to see actually members of NTER be a little bit more aggressive with their numbers advantage.
Definitely, I think I definitely agree with you. They're having the numbers advantage. They can just stick together as 2 or 3 and start clearing off the corners, making sure that there are no lurkers in C and no lurkers in B, so that they can actually just pinpoint where exactly AHQ is going to execute in. But right now it's a little bit too late here as Popoman trying to hold on. Oh, it's actually a bait. They're baiting utilities, they're baiting rotations, and it's working very well. 4 members of NTER have already went towards A, and B and C is completely left empty.
All right. Oh, they're going to be spotted by the camera here. Very good paranoia on to St. Hoichik. Has to get him back. And we do see all 4 members here. We do see the immediate rotation here coming from the side of AHQ onto NTER. From AHQ on to NTER here, as we do see that with AHQ now holding on towards this, Arbiter will be able to take down St. Hoichik. Very nicely done from AHQ. NTER now has to get back and retake the site. As we are watching from the side of A6 here, I think a paint shell would be very good, would be exactly what the doctor ordered here. May actually be able to open it quite a bit. There goes Spike, and very nicely done on the Mao as well as A6, but Milk will be able to take down 2. Immediately dashes out, but nope, it's not going to be enough. 10 to 5, AHQ seems to be opening up pretty strong.
Yeah, Milk was on point with his Spectre, and right now he is on his Operator. He is going to be deadly, and NTER, they are going to be forced on an eco once again. They lost 3 in a row after the swap, and AHQ is looking to fully just abuse this right now. NTER has no money. They have a couple of upgraded pistols here for Sheriffs as well as a Frenzy, but will that be enough? There is just full-on firepower coming from the side of AHQ. They have the Operator on the side of Milk, and they are looking to make a splash somewhere across the map.
Alright, so we're going to be seeing how members are...
Oh, that was close.
A6 gets just narrowly dodges that, almost gets hit. Luckily enough, it was pretty fast. Not to say pretty fast, XCB. Luckily enough, it was Milk that did not connect with that shot. If not, it would have been an immediate advantage for the side of AHQ. However, it is NTER right now that is on the short end of the stick in terms of the loadout. So whatever way this goes, NTER has got to make sure that they thrifty this out and try to get as much weaponry as they can from members of AHQ in order to be able to proceed into the next round without that much worries for the economy. But we do see that Khan right now is going to go for the recon ball up. Oh, nicely done there from Khan on to Popoman 4Q, as we do see that Milk as well as the other members of AHQ are going to be focusing towards the side of A. Mao will be able to take down Arbiter with a beautiful Hunter's Fury. And there goes another Hunter's Fury. We'll be able to take down another one. No, he
gets a triple with his Hunter's Fury. IO falls as well. That leaves AHQ. How did that happen? They had full buy, but somehow NTER able to hold on the side and even stop the defuse in time. That was just completely all Mao on the Sova. His shock darts connected on the bomb, on the spike planner, and his Hunter's Fury just racked havoc. That was an absolute treat to watch.
Well, that was a definite treat to watch for sure, Zero. Look at that. It is going to be Hunter's Fury that closes out the game. Very nicely done from the side of Mao to help out his team to get back into this game. However, they have quite a bit of obstacles ahead of them in the form of AHQ, because AHQ has been performing really well thus far.
Yeah, definitely. That round maybe just was a little mistake that AHQ did. Wasn't really paying attention to their surroundings, especially the shock dart that killed the bomb plunder. Not to mention that 3-4 man Hunter's Fury that just completely stopped NTER from doing stopped AHQ from doing anything else. And looks like we're gonna have a short pause called by AHQ here. Just a little bit of technical difficulties from Rainy, who has disconnected, so he's gonna come back really soon. But I would like to see, you know, what AHQ has in plan right now. They lost a round that they shouldn't have. What do they buy right now? I think I remember seeing one player doesn't really have that amount of money to really buy up fully this round. Maybe AHQ go on a semi-buy, or maybe they just force it up this round. What do you think is gonna happen?
I'm not entirely sure here, Zero, mainly because that when we look at how NTER has been operating, they have been very aside from the fact from the previous round they were able to turn it around and just get those picks off onto AHQ. It hasn't been that great for NTER on the defense side here. AHQ has had more success on the attacking side, and the lead that they were able to garner during defense is definitely going to be helping them out. I do like to see members of NTER right now be a little bit more aggressive with their pushes, play around the fact that they go with the utilities and try to get members of AHQ a little bit off their balance. And that may happen at A long as well as C long, but it really depends on the type of loadouts, because it is fairly spread out for the side of AHQ.
It definitely is, and I'm just hoping just for one round, that either one of these teams, or mainly AHQ right now, head towards B. We had 16 rounds of no B action whatsoever. It seems like they are just playing a two-side map. Maybe it's a Taiwanese agreement, an unspoken agreement that, you know, even though it's Haven, we never enter B. Might be something, we don't know.
We may never know, and we may never find out, considering that we are not within their comms or in their heads. So we can only speculate as much, but maybe it would be nice to see actually a B plan from AHQ. So B needs some love, baby. B stands for baby, and baby needs some love, that's for sure. But anyway, all jokes aside, we are most likely going to continue the game soon. I think Rainy was able to reconnect, so hopefully that's going to be the last tactical pause for today, and we do hope that issues of connection will not continue to curtail the pacing that has been set by these two teams. Very good pacing across the board though for these two teams. NTER did play it very fast. Both these teams played very, very fast indeed, and maybe that might be the problem. Maybe NTER may need to slow it down a little bit and force members of maybe like waste AHQ's time before they consider committing to one of these pushes, because when AHQ actually rushes in, sometimes it could open them up to some mistakes.
Yep, definitely. This is definitely something that both teams can actually consider, as Popoman playing aggressively in the sewers. Maybe he gets this opening pick. That's going to be huge. He gets spotted out though by the outdrone. The Hunter's Fury is going to connect onto his teammate, not actually him. But Popoman looks like he's going to be able to survive. Milk has an idea where he is, but he's not able to shoot through that wall. It's a little bit too thick.
Okay, there goes the shock dart. A little bit of shots there coming in from the side of Milk. We do see paint shells coming out, and it might be a rotation here for members of AHQ. Still going to be a 5v5 as 50 seconds is going to be left on the clock. You can see Milk already bunny hopping already. We do see that the cyber cage has been dropped down onto mid double doors, as two members of NTER are going to be holding on to C. We do see that members of NTER right now entering into C long. Paranoia as well as the smokes are going to be dropped down for the count here, as Senhochik right now won't be able to see anything. Really will be able to take down one onto Amihola, but Senhochik will be able to reply onto Milk with a good shot, and it seems that they are going to be planted. Spike is going to be planted for C long as well as C garage. Oh, nicely done. Onto Senhoichik. Definitely going to slow him down in terms of getting back the counter peaks. Very good stuff here from Mao. And Mao will be able to take down two. Excuse me, Mao will be able to take them down as onto Long. Though he would have been able to get it.
Oh, Rainy uses the Rolling Thunder to try and slow him down, but little does he know he's on the other side. But the reload! The reload from Mao actually loses him the round, and Rainy, in the end, able to get the last kill. AHQ barely surviving that round. That was just so close. Mao, I think, would have actually had him if he had bullets, but oh no. Only the 25 bullets on the fan. Only the 30 bullets on the fan, not enough for him to get the last kill.
That was just unfortunate, Zero, to witness what was happening from NTER, to be able to get all of that back into the play and then suddenly be betrayed by the capacity of your weapon is definitely something that's going to be kicking members of NTER. But never mind, it's all right. I mean, it's all about looking forward, and it's all about trying to make the best happen with whatever resources that you have. But AHQ right now showing that they are the better team on Haven with 11 in their pocket, as NTER is behind by 5 rounds.
Yep, that was a round that they should have won, but they can't dwell on it too long. Like you said, you know, they still have a couple of more rounds to play. It's not over yet for them. HQ, they are again going poised to go towards A, but are they considering B? We don't know. They haven't went to B in the 17 rounds that we had, and I'm not gonna hold my breath for them to go for it on the 18th.
Neither am I, Zero, but we do see that it is going to be an A, I think, most likely, considering that they have smoked out on to have it. Oh wow, was that a very aggressive? Oh no, it wasn't going to be an aggressive move there. Oh my goodness, Milk! On to 2 with the classic, very cheeky lead. Popoman will be able to take down Milk as well. EO comes in forward and takes down Popoman. And oh my god, NTER, the only one left standing is going to be Senhoichik.
Yep, it's actually Senhoichik and one more of his teammates. It is the Omen on Heaven, but I don't think they can do so much because A side is notoriously difficult to retake. Look at the crossfire they have. The moment Senhoichik walks out, he has 3 guns trained on him. He's gonna get one, but he's gonna get trained off there by Khan. And Rainy will get the last on towards Heaven on Amanhola. This is gonna be match point for the side of AHQ.
Well, it seems that the Taiwanese team of AHQ looks to want to walk away with the maximum bragging rights here, but it seems that NTER is trying their level best to deny them that possibility. However, looking at members of NTER, they are doing it pretty alright. It's just that it's a little bit too late, considering that they are 6 rounds behind. They really have to dig deep here and make sure that for the next 6 rounds, they do not give up and do not make any of these mistakes, because AHQ will take advantage of it. Oh, Milk immediately, as I say it, will be able to take down A6, but Popoman for Q will be able to take down Milk. Rainy gets back to trade onto Popoman, but it is going to be 3v4 in favor of AHQ.
Yeah, numbers advantage definitely still in AHQ's favor, so they are going to make a fast play towards C. Senhoichik not in position to defend right now, and they're gonna get a free entry towards C. Senhoichik spots that right now. He sees the mistake, and he's gonna go back right in. Gets flashed. He's trying to buy some time. Gets a kill on the target. Nicely done, but Rainy will be able to get the trade on towards him as well. 3 versus 2 situation. Rainy does have a fault line to even stall things out a little bit further, but the rotations are very far away. One player will be coming towards the garage, the other towards the spawn. I guess spotted out there by the Cypher Can. That's terrible for Mao. He's gonna be even slowed down even further, as it's gonna be Amanhola trying to do his best to lead the way.
Alright, so we do see 3v2, gonna be pretty hard here to take into the fight. We go for the paranoia on the side of AHQ, excuse me, the smoke onto Salon. Very wise choice. We do see the flash, but it's not gonna be enough, as Rainy will be able to close it out. 13-6 for AHQ. The first game goes over to AHQ.
Yeah, fantastic first game, but in the end, AHQ seemed like they were better prepared. They had better aim. Somehow everyone still avoided B though, but still Milk came in big, especially Kant as well on the Sova. He just did so much damage. And looking at the stats right now, Milk opened up the most in terms of first opening kills on the side of AHQ, while meanwhile on the side of NTER, it was between Senhoachi as well as Amanhola. Popo Man, we expected a little bit more from him, especially on the Jet, but this game he was virtually non-existent. Only 6 kills to his 16 death. Definitely one of the underperforming players of this entire team.
Yeah, and that's pretty bad here. Definitely don't want to be too critical of his performance, but his performance, as said, could have been better.
Yeah.
Arbiter as well wasn't performing as much, but was able to get a few first bloods,
Yeah.
so that has to count for something. However, Popoman, despite the fact that he did get 6 kills, sure, did contribute to the team. That's great, but not
enough
opening picks here. Mao was able to get quite a bit with the Hunter's Fury as well with 15, and that just goes to show that AHQ was a little bit more organized and a little bit more aware of what they needed to do compared to NTER. And looking at how NTER was operating in that map, I would like to see maybe a change in pace and maybe a prettier plan for them heading forward, because I don't know about you, but we haven't gotten our map pick for the next round, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they have to say. Bind. All right, so it's going to be Bind for the next map. So hopefully, with Bind being picked up by AHQ, NTER will be able to turn it around here, because historically, I think it was NTER that won at by. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was wrong information. Yeah. So it was supposedly supposed to be NTER that won onto Haven. However, it could be Bind, that could be the change of fortunes. So we shall have to wait and see how that works out.
Yep, definitely is. They still have one more map to play against AHQ, and even then they still also have another chance, which is playing against, I believe it's Bren. They haven't played against Bren yet. If I'm not mistaken, I don't.
NTER.
Yeah,
NTER has played against Morph and AHQ. They haven't played against Bren yet.
So Bren is the last game, so definitely they still have a chance to continue moving on. Remember, this is the group of ties. We have every single match before this in ties. This match may be looking slightly less likely just because of how good AHQ is playing, but they're not gonna give up yet. Definitely.
I think that we have quite a bit to consider here as we move forward. I do like the fact that NTER was a little bit gritty and were trying their level best to basically what's the word for it? Level the playing field with AHQ. However, AHQ seemed to be having the number of NTER, and I think maybe it's because that I don't know whether or not NTER and AHQ have met before in the past. Maybe there could be some off-chance meetings at some of the other tournaments that is not available online that we didn't see, that they were able to meet each other. But it seemed that AHQ was just a step ahead every time of NTER.
Like the reads were perfect. They were able to predict the movements coming from the side of NTER. So I think, I believe AHQ have met NTER, which was known as Super Domineering before this, so they were called Super Domineering with the exception of one player, which was Senhoachi, which swapped out one of the players. So yes, it seemed that AHQ completely read the minds of NTER, and that might have attributed to the loss.
Well, that's enough about us. Speculate so much. Let us go over to the analysts and find out what they have to say after this. We will be back soon for the next game between NTER and AHQ. Stay tuned.